Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Grand Tactician, the Civil War, in the Union campaign, where we're gonna, with the army of Indiana here, try to fight off the army of the Tennessee. With an army, to be fair, that's mainly been raised to build forts. It's got a couple units so it can defend itself in case it gets jumped, like it has been here. So we're outnumbered. Apparently the enemy has an estimated 6,000 men. To be fair, we have almost 400,000, so... or almost 4,000 men as well, so we're only outnumbered by like 50%, which, with Springfield rifles, shouldn't go too badly. You will regret it but once, and that will be but continuity. Okay, our scouts report the enemy is near Corinth, Mississippi. Our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing the army of the Tennessee under the command of Felix K. Zolfenkoffer, with the strength of 6,000 men and 7 guns. The enemy army is green, and the morale report is confident. Reports indicate their supply situation is outstanding. The supply state of our army is also outstanding. I do have fog of war on, which is why the report is not perfectly accurate. We are expected to have a minor defeat here, given our initial morale situation, which is maybe not surprising. And we've simply got a crossroads here. The Cornish Road Junction here is our location to hold against the enemy. What can I do as far as building a parapet, maybe? Or... yeah, let's start with the parapet. As long as we can build it. It's not going to be very long. Not even enough to give us good cover for the entire unit. Okay. So we start the battle. We're going to shake out skirmishers and send the skirmishers off to have some fun, while the rest of the unit here sits here and awaits the inevitable arrival of the enemy. The enemy is probably coming from up there. There's the Tennessee River. That makes sense of roughly where we were. Okay. So yeah, they're probably going to come down from over there. We'll go ahead and march the skirmishers up the road, I suppose. Attempt to meet them. A little bit of dust being kicked up, probably from the enemy. See if the enemy even actually gets engaged today. Oops. Skirmish, the first batch of skirmishers have found him. It's my second batch. There they are. Our detachment has found their detachment. Okay. Makes sense. Enemies kind of did what I did, which is send the detachment out in front. Looks like their army is 2 infantry units and an artillery. End of day. Okay. So that's going to drag our skirmishers home, to be fair. Because they obviously can't be deployed that far forward. Question is, where did the other skirmisher batch get off to? Don't think they arrived as of yet. They are still out and about. Or are supposed to be out and about. Maybe we had a glitch and they disappeared into the void. Maybe. Be unfortunate if they did. We basically have no construction points, so there's no point in even trying to construct anything. Okay. Oh, so they spawned over there, okay. Could have been a little more useful to know where they were. Yeah, needless to say, I don't think I came off better on that. We'll recover from the rat once the guy forms up in the proper unit, but the losses there aren't going to be recovered from. We took more than we lost, yeah, that was just a bad showing. Okay, let's not deploy so far forward to into that one instead. Ideally, what we want to do is we want to be in a defensive position when they come across them. And not march into them. You know, it was somewhat valuable to get an engagement off, so we're getting points for the victory.
Watch those flanks, Sergeant!
There's the guy coming back. Yeah, I don't think we have time to push forward to the next one. Hold up in this field here. Guy make it back so we can send out again? Yeah. They got a cannon at the front. Okay, they were smart enough to deploy the cannon instead of just walk into our guys. And they decided to pull the cannon to the rear. Makes sense. They'd probably be trying to continue to push the infantry forward instead of just waiting for the cannon to get into position, but
Mouth shut, eyes open. Mouth shut, eyes. That flank, soldier. Keep your space. Keep your space.
yeah. And that unit goes running. That's fine. Okay, we balanced the casualties a little bit more in our favor. Our guys go running off. Wait for those units to run home, and skirmish them back out again. And we have some nice fences along here we can fight them from. See, they're coming back down the road again. Only played them but for a moment.
Quiet in the ranks.
Yes, the 4 units are probably about here. It might be a bit of a stretch to get on the fence line here, but well, maybe a bit of a stretch to get both units on the fence line. Looks like we're going to get the first one. Decent position. And they are... skirmish information. Okay. We're conveniently waiting long enough for our second group to arrive. Get on the fence as well. Push the casualty ratio far more in our favor than we've been doing to actually win the battle. To be fair, if they're going to fight with the artillery in the back, well, the artillery is in the position where it can fire at us. If they're only going to fight with one brigade at a time, then that might be something the skirmishers can do pretty reasonably because of the loose formation of the skirmishers. To say, no skirmishers here behind the fence, opening fire on an enemy in, well, technically they're saying they're not in the open because they get a cover bonus from something. I think they're getting a cover bonus from the creek. Because as much as it looks like the creek doesn't provide cover, apparently the creek provides a little bit of cover, probably because of the bushes and stuff. Ratio is moving towards favoring us. We've got enough of a morale buff, apparently, from holding the objective long enough that we are actually favored to win at the moment. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to hold these units here for much longer. Casualties cut off from commander. Nice, a lot of other nice bonuses, but yeah, morale is going to start to break. Primarily from the casualties on the left wing here. Yeah, they'll come back. I'll push another branch of skirmishers out and have to hold in the forest here. the rout effect kicking back in, where it swings us back to minor defeat, which isn't super surprising. Well, if you're going to give you recover so we can get even more effective fire, I'm on board with that. Low on ammo, call from the... Okay, so low on ammo is going to slowly cause a morale issue there by itself. Okay, then right back to the units. We can go and check out another batch of skirmishers. Yep, I think it's time to have that one come back. Okay, once again, with another routing unit, we are technically classed as expected to be defeated. But that route will recover, and really we just need to keep inflicting more combat losses on them in the sort of ratio that we are. Do 2 to 1, and then we'll win, to be fair. And a lot of 2 to 1 is basically going to be finding cover and engaging them from cover as many times in a row as we can. Surprise!
Face the enemy,
Why are you, like, reflanking in a stupid way? Okay, at this point, we might as well just run home. isn't a particularly good exchange ratio. Well, apparently one of their units is low on ammo. That may play into our advantage. That's one good thing the loose deployment of skirmishers does, is that they're not very good targets to shoot at from an ammo efficiency standpoint. Yeah, probably time to bring that one back. Really want to engage them with a little bit of cover. Apparently the forest here is not foresty enough to provide cover where I was positioning. Yeah.
Watch those flanks, Sergeant.
No, 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 no.
Ready, boys.
Selected. We want the skirmishers to go there, not the brigade.
Keep up, men. Don't fall behind.
One unit that's wounded, one wounded that is low on ammo. Okay. carrying in a little bit more attrition on this army. So if we continue carrying out casualty ratio of 2 to 1 in our favor, I think we'll win the battle. For some reason. The thing is, the enemy army is only 50% bigger than ours. Your morale is actually improving over time. We take a bunch of casualties, and yours is improving. Now we wait for our guys to shoot up the guys until our skirmishers are out again. We might get one more sally of the skirmishers before we're in the final defense. I guess the terrain is getting in the way of their artillery, preventing their artillery from being engaged. Which is probably for the best, for our case. Not going to be long, and we're going to start running low on ammo. On these skirmishing units. Yeah, they're not making the best use of their second unit here. Works for me, but it's necessarily a good thing about the game. Well, we're pushing towards apparently inflicting a major loss on the enemy. I wonder if this might actually go for a third day. At this rate. Now they're very low on morale, or very low on ammo. She's going to start chipping into their morale. Maybe you're actually going to push up to 4 to 1 of those for 8 casualty ratio. There goes that guy retreating, and that one retreats in kind. Actually, it doesn't look like a rout. Looks like they've run out of ammo, and they decided that running out of ammo is an appropriate time to withdraw. Which, that would actually be fair. I'd be on board with that. That makes sense. I do have initiative on, so it may have been the AI taking the initiative there. Going, hey, you're out of ammo, maybe we should go back and get more ammo. As great as that exchange was going for us. No ammo is not a great day.
Keep your spacing. Don't bunch up. Sergeant, any word from the commander? Keep your spacing. Don't bunch up. Sergeant, any word from the commander? Keep your spacing. Don't bunch up. Did you see that over yonder? Sergeant, any word from the commander? Sergeant, any word from the commander? Keep your spacing. Don't bunch up. Weapon at the ready.
Taking the initiative to attack, which is maybe not the best of things, but apparently have cover where they're going their attack positions. That works. Enemy is suffering from low ammo, whereas our newly detached units have decent amount of ammo. To be fair, they're just the 3 units, so I suspect they're going to have to route both infantry units, which is not going to be the easiest thing to do in the world. Well, route both infantry units before they route both of mine. At which point their cannon will probably follow. Oh, interesting. Morale's almost breaking. I think the morale might actually be breaking because of the low ammo. Okay, if that's the case, it's time to attack. We broke one. Enemy is retreating. Okay, so we have broken the enemy's resistance. Able to fight. Pretty decent likelihood that we won't be able to actually catch the cannon. The cannon's probably still far back there. But yeah, for such a small army, this is quite a major victory.
Smell the damn. I'll smell the damn. I'll smell the damn rebels before seeing. I'll smell the.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one hit red ammo. Okay, yeah, so they basically just ran out of ammo. They're running away because they're out of ammo. And there is still more Union troops ahead of them, yeah.
Mouth shut, eyes open, lad.
Okay, there's the enemy cannon.
Rally on the colors. Rally on the boys. Mouth shut, eyes open. Mouth, keep your spacing. Don't bunch up. Mouth shut, eyes open, lads. Mouth shut, eyes open, lads. Mouth shut, eyes open, lads.
Okay, the artillery has already abandoned the guns, so
Eyes open.
we're unlikely to really do anything more to them. We're just kind of waiting for the timer to run out.
Shut, eyes open, lads. Shut, eyes open, lads. Mouth. Mouth shut, eyes open, lads.
We'll just turn the speed up and run the last couple seconds out. So there we go. That was a victory. We almost did 5 to 1. But it's probably closer to 4 to 1. Yeah, hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching YouTube, there probably will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to do a little bit more of the campaign. We'll see if we get another battle or not in the next, like, 5 to 10 minutes. If we don't, we'll go ahead and probably end it for the stream. The stream has been going on for 6 hours, 6.5 hours at this point, so other than a little bit more time, we're probably going to call it. We are going to get back out into the main menu here. So those who are watching the video and don't want to watch the main campaign, or watching the battle video and want to see what the report is, can see it. And then I'll mute the mic. So yeah, with that, this is how the battle went. Read that report. I'm gonna read it in the campaign in a moment. So if you're watching YouTube, again, likely part up tomorrow. If you're watching Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm gonna mute the mic for a short bit, just to do a part break. And then we'll be back with the next part. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.